The green flag will now wave at the end of the pre-grid and on the start-finish line for Junior Rotax. Heat 2 out of 3. And your starting grid is as follows. Kai Gielert, who took the win in the first heat earlier on today, will start again from pole position. Will Mcintyre from Sodi Vitesse, representing Great Britain, will be alongside on the front row. Eliska Babikova starts from third place, and alongside will be Tim Gerhards from the Netherlands. Lucas Schoenmakers and Marcus Lutzio round out the top 3 rows, and completing the top 10 will be Belgium's Thomas Martens, Germany's Farin Mega, the Netherlands' Colin van Lammeren, and from the Czech Republic, Petra Babikova. Valentin Klus and Bruno Molders from Germany and the Netherlands respectively will start on row 6. Karel Schultz from France and Nick Gerhards row 7. As Mikkel Pedersen completes the top 15 and will be joined on row 8 by Max Knappen from the Netherlands. Rounding out the 23 strong will be Italy's Giuseppe Forenzi, Great Britain's Mackenzie Cresswell, Gilles Chloé from France, and then there are 4 Germans at the back of the field. Austin Lee in the 207, Kian Agasade, Janis Diak, and Nikita Genza. 7 minutes on the clock, set on the timer, and then there will be an additional lap afterwards. The red lights on the starting gantry are ignited once more. So the drivers having to contend with not just each other in terms of being out on the circuit, but also the hot weather conditions. Due to hit a high of around 37 degrees Celsius in about a couple of hours' time. There will be a short break after the second heat for DD2 Masters, which will take place between 15:40 and 16:05 local time. Your top 10 is as follows. Gielert, Mcintyre, Eliska Babikova, Tim Gerhards, Lucas Schoenmakers, Marcus Lutzio, Thomas Martens, Farin Mega, Colin van Lammeren, and Petra Babikova. They now start to make their way around turn number 12. Into the tram lines they go. The revs rise on the Rotax Max Evo engines. Lights are out, we're off and away, and it's nearly 4 abreast heading into turn 1 for the first time. But the outshot of that is that Will Mcintyre has got the lead away from Kai Gielert. Babikova, as we've had 2 karts come together, one of them must be, now I recognise that race helmet, that is Bruno Molders involved in this collision off of turn number 2. And Molders started alongside Valentin Klus, but there is one driver that will be taking no further participation in this race. He's now behind Kai Gielert. Looks to be a possibility of Eliska Babikova in 3rd, and then Lucas Schoenmakers in 4th. Farin Mega up to 5th place. As it's nearly 3 abreast going into turn 12, that's very, very dicey indeed. Marcus Lutzio now in 9th position, having dropped behind Tim Gerhards, Colin van Lammeren, and Thomas Martens. As getting very, very dicey. Oh my goodness, Farin Mega goes around the outside. Gielert gets bumped into on the right side pod and loses a handful of places. So Thomas Martens looks to be ahead, and just behind Kai Gielert's is Colin van Lammeren as they head to turn 7. But this is allowing Will Mcintyre from Great Britain to start pull away. So the Sodi Vitesse driver doing a good job at the minute. Eliska Babikova now up into 2nd position. Lucas Schoenmakers P3, Farin Mega, Tim Gerhards, Thomas Martens. So that's the top 6 at the moment. Kai Gielert's in 7th, Marcus Lutzio in 8th. Van Lammeren is now in 9th place, ahead of Nick Gerhards, who's managed to make it into the top 10 position. 4 minutes and 54 seconds still to go. So Bruno Mulders, you also had Carol Schultz and Mackenzie Cresswell and Austin Lee have now ended up being demoted all the way to the back part of the order. As again, a little bit further down towards the bottom part of the top 15, there are people squabbling all over the scraps. Fastest lap of the race so far, Marcus Luzio, 56.953. Oh, it's getting very, very dicey indeed, as that was a send up the inside of Marcus Luzio, I think possibly from Colin van Lammeren. As now the drivers are not giving any quarter whatsoever. No, it's Mikkel Pedersen that was actually up the inside of Marcus Luzio. As up the inside of Farin Mega goes Tim Gerhardt to take 4th place. Through into turn 2, makes it stick by turn 3. And the rest of the field making their way through. Kai Gielert's now up past Thomas Martins for what is effectively 6th position. But Will McIntyre has a gap of around about 7/10 of a second over Eliska Babikova. Lukas Schoonmakers running at the top 3. Battle for 4th quite clearly heating up, and that is being led by Tim Gerhardt, who's ahead of Germany's Farin Mega. Kai Gielert's in 6th place ahead of Thomas Martins. And that battle, in my estimation, is not over by any stretch, as we still have about 3¼ minutes to go, plus an additional lap. On to lap number 5 goes Will McIntyre, leading the race. So Carol Schultz, Mackenzie Cresswell, Austin Lee, confirmed retirements. Petra Babikova in 20th position, I think has ended the race. Bruno Mulders a lap down off of the leaders, having managed to get back underway, and has just crossed the line in 19th position. So that means we'll have more than likely 4 confirmed retirements. So Gielertz at the moment has a little bit more work to do, and is about 1/10.5 or so behind Farin Mega from Germany, and is closing. So McIntyre still continues to lead. There's a move up the inside. Babikova being pressurised by Lukas Schoonmakers, who sends it up the inside, and Tim Gerhardt gets in there too, and tries to go up the inside of Babikova. Babikova runs wide. Tim Gerhardt's on the inside. And there comes Kai Gielertz up the inside. Farin Mega goes through. So as Lukas Schoonmakers tries to force the issue, it compromises Babikova coming out of turn 2. She then gets forced out a little bit wide, and that allows Gerhardt's, Gielertz and Mega to get through. And just behind the Czech Republic driver is now Thomas Martins. So Babikova went from 2nd to 6th in the blink of an eye. 90 seconds on the clock remaining, plus an additional lap. So Petra Babikova is the 4th confirmed retirement. Giuseppe Ferenzi has got past Gilles Clouet from Belgium for 16th place. So top 10 at the moment is McIntyre, Schoonmakers, Gerhardt, Gielertz, Mega, Babikova, Martins, Luzio, van Lammeren and Mikkel Pedersen running out the top 10. Still anyone's guess as who's going to win the battle for 2nd position, but at the moment the driver in the hot seat is Lukas Schoonmakers. And Schoonmakers is trying to pull away as best he can from Tim Gerhardt. But the gap between him the last time around was about 5/10 of a second. Gielertz is very much in the ringside seat, as is Farin Mega just in the row behind. Less than 30 on the clock. This will put Will McIntyre from Great Britain into the penultimate lap of the race, as Gerhardt's following closely to Schoonmakers. Mega looking to size up and move on Gielertz for P4. Babikova fending off Martins for P6. And now the timer will expire as Will McIntyre powers his way down the back straightaway. Time has expired. 0 on the clock. This is the penultimate lap, as Schoonmakers is being hustled now by Tim Gerhardt for 2nd position. as they come through the right-hand sweeper at turn 8. And then Eliska Babikova still trying to fend off Thomas Martins. 4-6 position. As the leader now comes out of turn 11. So the 2.89 of Great Britain's Will Mcintyre from Suri Vitesse doing a fantastic job. Second in the first heat. He's on the final lap here at karting Genk as Sean Mackers goes towards the right-hand side heading into turn 1 and takes a glance over the left shoulder to see where Tim Gerhards is, and Gerhards is right on the back bumper. He's trying to force it up the inside, going through turns 3 and 4. Side by side go the pair. Tim Gerhards still keeping it stuck, and he goes through on the inside, makes the move past Schoenemakers, and then Helitz tries to capitalise, but runs out of room to get to turn 6 before his teammates at JJ Racing. Fahin Mega now with a chance, along with Kai Helitz, to see if they can both depose Lukas Schoenemakers in the dying stages of the race, because if they get the run on the 202 from JJ Racing coming out of the final corner, they've got a fighting chance. But in the meantime, the checkered flag this time around will not wait for Kai Helitz from Great Britain. William Mcintyre from Suri Vitesse takes the Heat 2 victory. Tim Gerhards takes second. Lukas Schoenemakers, Kai Helitz and Fahin Mega round out the top 5. Eliska Babikova in 6th position ahead of Thomas Martins. Marcus Lutzio completes the top 8 with Colin van Lammeren and Valentin Klus completing the top 10 positions. And Will Mcintyre's winning margin was 1.273 seconds after 9 enticing laps of racing action here at karting Genk. So Mcintyre wins it from Tim Gerhards. Lukas Schoenemakers in P3 ahead of Kai Helitz and Fahin Mega that round out the top 5 positions. Eliska Babikova, Thomas Martins, Marcus Lutzio, Colin van Lammeren and Germany's Valentin Klus ran out the top 10. Looking down further through the field, Mikkel Pedersen from RS Competition takes 11th ahead of Tim Gerhard's twin brother Nick in 12th place. Nikita Genser 13th, Max Knappen, Kian Agasade, Giuseppe Forenzi, Gilles Clouet, Janis Diak and Bruno Mulders rounding out the 19 that were classified. Petra Babikova's race ended on lap 3, whereas Carol Schultz, Mackenzie Cresswell and Austin Lee were eliminated on the very first lap of this second heat in Junior Rotax.